After crossing the river and outsmarting the lions, Zuri's journey led her to the desert of Thirst, a barren land where the sun ruled, and the earth hid its secrets deep beneath the sand. Zuri shields her eyes with her hand, looking ahead as the desert stretches endlessly before her. Shani flies beside her, her wings fluttering in the hot wind.
This place is nothing like I've ever seen. It's endless.
Endless, yes, but somewhere in this desert lies the first key. Stay strong, little one. The desert tests more than just your body, it tests your heart.
Zuri nods and takes her first step into the sand, her footprints trailing behind her as the sun blazes overhead. Hours pass, and Zuri's pace slows. She wipes sweat from her brow and looks longingly at the horizon. Suddenly, she spots a lush oasis in the distance, palm trees, a sparkling pool of water, and fruits hanging from the branches.
Shani, look, an oasis. We'll finally have water.
Wait, Zuri. Be careful. Not everything in the desert is what it seems.
Zuri runs toward the oasis, ignoring Shani's warnings. As she approaches, the oasis fades into nothingness, leaving her standing in the scorching sand. She falls to her knees, frustrated.
It was a mirage. I was so sure it was real.
The desert is full of tricks. Trust your instincts, not your eyes. Now get up. We can't stop here.
Zuri takes a deep breath and stands, brushing the sand off her dress. She continues walking, her resolve renewed. The wind picks up, and the sky darkens as a massive sandstorm forms in the distance. Zuri and Shani look up, alarmed.
A sandstorm. Quick! We need to find shelter.
But where? There's nothing here but sand.
They scan the area and spot a large rock formation partially buried in the sand. Zuri sprints toward it, her shawl flapping in the wind. She crouches behind the rock as the sandstorm engulfs the landscape. The screen darkens as the sound of howling wind grows louder. Zuri clings to her shawl, her face shielded from the sand.
Will it ever stop?
It will. The desert always calms after its fury. Just hold on.
After what feels like an eternity, the wind begins to subside. Zuri emerges from behind the rock, her hair and dress covered in sand, but her determination intact. Zuri and Shani finally reach a small clearing between the dunes. In the center, a massive, ancient stone pedestal rises from the sand, glowing faintly with green light. Atop the pedestal sits the first key, shimmering with power.
The key. We found it.
Not so fast, Zuri. Look.
A tall, humanoid figure made of shifting sand emerges from the dunes. The Sand Guardian has glowing green eyes and a deep, echoing voice.
To claim the key, you must prove your worth. Answer my riddle, or leave this place empty-handed.
Zuri steps forward, her hands trembling slightly but her voice steady.
I'm ready. Ask your riddle.
I am not alive, yet I grow. I don't have lungs, yet I need air. I don't have a mouth, and yet I drown. What am I?
Zuri furrows her brow, thinking hard. Shani lands on her shoulder, whispering encouragement.
The answer is fire.
The Sand Guardian's eyes glow brighter for a moment before it nods.
Correct. You have passed the first test.
The key detaches from the pedestal and floats towards Zuri, who catches it in her hands. The key's glow intensifies briefly before fading.
I did it. The first key.
Well done, little one. But remember, this is just the beginning.
Zuri and Shani begin their journey out of the desert. The sun sets behind them, casting long shadows across the dunes. Zuri holds the first key tightly, her expression a mix of relief and determination.
If the desert was this hard, I can't imagine what's waiting for us next.
Let's hope it doesn't involve more sand. I'm still picking grains out of my feathers.
With the first key in her possession, Zuri's journey was far from over. The jungle and its secrets awaited her, and the challenges ahead would test her in ways she could never imagine.